Hi guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Rose. This film is actually titled Rose, a Love Story, but it really depends where you're looking for it, because on Letterboxd it only appears as Rose, and in other places it's Rose, a Love Story, so it's either of those. And this one I didn't really intend to, but it just aligned that this is like romantic film. It's titled A Love Story, and it just happens that Valentine's Day is happening soon, so probably they released this film right now because of that. But actually I think this one has been out. I'm not 100% sure, just because in some places I saw that it just came out like 2 or 3 days ago, but this is categorized as a 2020 film, so I'm not 100% sure when it was released, if it was released in a film festival or something. Yeah, for me it's like new release from this year and this month, and it just happens that Valentine's Day is happening in 3 days, and this is the perfect film for me to review right now. So yeah, let's get to it. Actually, this film is not what I was expecting. I don't know why I thought this would be like a kidnapping situation. I don't know. I think it was the set photos, like the promotional photos, some photos that I saw, but no, it's not really that. This is actually about a couple that lives in the woods, like away from the city and everyone, and their life is disturbed when someone is injured in their property, and yeah, stuff starts happening. I do not recommend you go look for the summary elsewhere, because I feel like it reveals way too much. To me, what was interesting about the film was that I went in without knowing anything, so it was really a mystery to figuring out what was happening. So I don't recommend you go look for the summary, because it tells you like the big mystery, at least the big mystery to me. So yeah, please don't look up anything about this film, and just see with this video if it's for you, and if you think it is, check it out without knowing much, because you'll like it a lot more if you don't know anything. But before I get ahead of myself, let's talk about who stars in the film. So the film has a few people, but the main actors are Sophie Rundle and Matt Stucco. And he is also like the writer, I think. Not the director, but he wrote the story, and I'll get into that. But they are the main couple, and they are the majority of the film. But it also stars Olive Cray and Nathan McMullen. Nathan McMullen has like a really small role, but Olive Cray is the person that disturbs their life, so she has more prominent role, but it's mainly about the couple. Post that, let's get to my thoughts. So as I said, this is the perfect film for Valentine's Day and for someone that likes horror. It's not super horrifying. It definitely has that horror element, and it's not really disturbing. It's an easy horror, I would say. So it's good for Valentine's Day, in my opinion. And I really like that this has like a twist to it. It's not like a reveal, a super twist, not an M. Night Shyamalan type of twist. It's that for most of the film, at least that's what I experienced, I just was trying to figure out what was the deal there, like what was going on. And I actually thought it was something, and then it turned out to be something else, which was a clever idea and a clever take on that thing. Also, this film reminded me a lot, like really a lot, of another film that I would say it's a good Valentine's Day horror film, which is Honeymoon. I love that film. It's an indie horror, as is this one. And they have a lot of similarities. Like, both of them are in a single location, that location being like a place in the woods, like a house in the woods. Both films deal with a couple. They're like the main story, the main actors. There's not much else besides the couple, and that's what happens here as well. And there's something weird going on surrounding the couple. So yeah, it's really similar. So if you like that, I think you're going to like this one as well. My only criticism with this film, with Rose, a Love Story, is that it is a slow burn. You do feel the runtime, and it's not a long film. It's an hour and 26 minutes. So I would say this is a short film. Not a short, but it's like it doesn't run for a long time. It's in the shorter side. So the fact that you do feel, or at least I did feel, the runtime, it is slow, kind of slow in the beginning. Yeah, that's the only thing that I wasn't super into, and that's why I do prefer Honeymoon over this one. But yeah, I think they're like really similar, and I just loved the acting in this film. The chemistry is there, and actually that's understandable because they are a couple in real life, and I think that's why Sophie Randall is in the film. I don't know, I'm just assuming this, but he wrote the script, he got someone to direct the film, and it's like a small project with both of them, with a like real life couple, playing the couple. And yeah, you do feel the chemistry, so that's great. And everything else on a technical level is fine. But to me, what surprised me and what I loved, besides the acting, was just the story, that was a different take on something that we've seen, and definitely not a super original film. But because you're unsure of what's going on for the majority of the film, when it is revealed, I thought like the subtle details were like on point, and yeah, I enjoyed it. With that said, let's get to my scores. So overall, I give the film a 3 out of 5. I think it's a solid film, and if you are into slow burns, you are going to love this one, because that's the only thing that's not really my taste. But I still enjoyed it, and I was invested. I was like really curious to see what was going on. So yeah, I think it's a good one. Cinematography, I give it a 2.5 out of 5. It's fine. There's nothing super different about the film. It's actually kind of dark at times, but yeah, it's fine. It's an average cinematography. And originality, I also give it a 3 out of 5, because I can see that it's not super original. This thing has been done before, but for me it is original, like the subtle details, as I said, that they've put in, some explanations as to why they are behaving the way they do, trying to be like really vague. But yeah, I think it's a different take, and it just kept me guessing, and I like that. I was invested, and I think it's somewhat different. So yeah guys, these are my thoughts on Rose, A Love Story. I think it's a perfect film to watch on Valentine's Day. It's short, so you watch it like really quickly. It doesn't take up like a lot of time, and it's an indie horror that to me feels like a passion project, like a small thing that it's pretty good and kind of different. So yeah, I would recommend. So if you end up watching the film, let me know in the comments. If you have seen it already, tell me what you thought. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!